Hello, my friends, and welcome one more week here at Live with Adriana Johnson. How's everybody doing today? I'm so excited. Today, ladies, we got a special guest. Her name is Lisa Bella Ramsey. And if you want to know everything about being glammed up, little tricks on how to do your makeup and how to look, make it look better and stand out, stay tuned because she is going to share with us some amazing tips. And she's definitely a guru. Trust me, I have been with her. She's been doing my hair, my makeup for a couple of years now. And she is my glam squad. I'm telling you, everybody in her team is absolutely the best. Now, she also does makeup, hair, and tanning for bodybuilding competitions. So if you are a bodybuilder or are thinking about it, definitely check her out because she makes you stand out on stage. So thank you for joining us one more day. We're here again with my amazing guest, Lisa Bella Glam. Lisa, how are you?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I'm you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. How are you doing today?
Go ahead. I am so excited to have you here. I've been wanting to have Lisa on the show for the longest time. And I want to know, Lisa, how did you, first of all, you and your husband do an amazing job. This is a power couple. This is a team. The team makes the dream work, right? So
Yes.
Tell us about how you guys got started or how you got started on the beauty and glam business.
So I got started in the beauty and glam business. I was I want to say back in 1996 when my daughter was small, and I had just got out of cosmetology school, and I really didn't have any interest in doing the hair side of the cosmetology. So I went ahead and got into makeup and beauty.
And now, how did you merge from the doing the makeup? I'm sure you did it for like weddings and for different events. How did that turn into what you're doing now, which is into the bodybuilding field? Because you are just so amazing at that. That's how I met you, you guys. I met Lisa during my first bodybuilding competition show, and she has been my go-to person since day one. So how did you end up in the bodybuilding business?
So it's been a big blessing, and I ended up in it. I think this is going to be that we're doing it, and it became a big blessing for us because Scott, my husband, he's an ex-officer, but he was a bodybuilder himself in the 1990s, and he got into bodybuilding, massaging, and working on actual like pro athletes at a gym, and he had his office there, so he would actually do body work for them, and it just started. I was working on tours, and I was working on production, and I was also working for HTB Latino, on their commercials. And some of the girls started asking, and they started commenting that I do makeup and hair, and I know how to do tanning. And they started asking if I would do photo shoots, and then they started inviting me to go to shows, and it just sucked us in. It was a big blessing. It was like something that we wanted to tap into. We just didn't know how because everybody already had their sponsors and their vendors. And then we just started to get to know people, loved our work, and we've been going on now.
That's amazing. Amazing story. And when women come to you, when women ask you about tips and things that they struggle with when it comes to just setting up a beauty routine in the morning or, doing something, I know some like it very, very light. They don't like a lot of makeup. And when they ask you, what are some of the things that women in general struggle or want to know the most when it comes to your beauty routine or our beauty routine that we can do every day?
I think I'm very passionate about skincare. I started since I was 19. So I used to be around all those beautiful women with beautiful skin. And the things that they taught us is to listen to the people's concern, to your clients. And that's how you build strong relationships because you have to trust the person that's doing beauty. You have to look a certain way. So I always ask them what their concern is. And I'm very passionate about skincare. And I listen to the look they want to achieve or skin problems that they're having. I try to be knowledgeable on that as well. That way we can achieve the look that they want is if lacking, if their skin's a little dry or something like that. I try to do recommendations in general. I'm a woman. I want all the beauty secrets. So
Oh, definitely. And for women, like in my case, and you know this, but for women that struggle a little bit with wanting that, get rid of all that shine. Sometimes we get too much shine in our skin. Maybe, it's too hot and our makeup starts coming off, or just, it starts, call it melting. It's not melting,
yeah.
but our skin just, so some of us just don't have the skin that you just put powder or, put the foundation. What are some of the things you do? Because when it comes to competition, when you do my makeup and I am there on stage, and the same for all of the athletes that you do the hair and makeup for, we're up there and we're in those hot lights, we're posing, we're walking, and that makeup stays on. I mean, it
Right.
stays on, full on, beautiful, nothing moves, and it has to be, I think, a lot of has to do with what you said, getting to know each individual, not the same thing for everybody. Hey, first one, next one, they're the same thing. You have to listen. And that's one of the things that I've noticed. You do ask a lot of questions. You get to know the athletes before you start putting the makeup. What are some of the things that you look for, that you add or you do for that to happen when you're out there in the lights, for athletes in general, when it comes to on stage makeup?
It's been a lot of trial and error as well, in the 8 years that I've done this. So actually, when I started doing it, I have a habit of going out into the show and checking. I have a habit of also going out there and seeing how the overall looks, because you can always add something. I always think to myself, I could have added more blush. I should have given her a brighter lip. I should have teased more. I should have teased her hair more. So it's evolution. You can a lot of the athletes, especially on your level now as a pros, they want to look a certain way, or they see the season starts, a pros look, and that's the look that everybody wants for the whole season. But it might not be for everyone, but you want to give them some kind of variation of that look, that they consider winning look. They're like, I want her hair, I want, her lip style, but you just kind of have to work with the client. Also,
Or
it's all about
the lip color.
or the lip color.
We tend to be so stubborn at times, or I want to hair this way, or a different way, or and I know it's happened to me and some other athletes where we just set on something, and then we go to you, and you just, when we said, okay, just do the best, what do you think we should do, and the suggestion and the ideas that you come up with, when we look back at the stage photos and the videos, we're like, I would have never thought of doing anything like that, or doing my hair this way, or doing the makeup that way, or like you say, the extra blush, or the lips a certain color. Sometimes I tend to have, like, I used to like red a lot, like red, but then that didn't look good with the bikini or the suit, what we wear on stage. And that's another, I would say, element that goes into the overall look, correct?
Right. And also you have to work with someone that uses luxury products. Your makeup artist should be prideful in the kit that they carry for the client. And you have great products in there that are going to make a long wear look for them. That's going to last all, not come back to you for a touch up. And I also provide a touch up kit, just in case you get busy backstage, because bodybuilding shows are so busy throughout the day and they last 14 hours. So it's very important that you're experienced in it, somebody experienced, because that's what you're paying for that luxury.
I think that's really important, really interesting that you said a touch-up kit, because when we are backstage, and this comes, for example, if you get your hair and makeup done also for a quinceañera or a special event, you have those available as well, a touch-up makeup for the ladies, because if we're out there in some big event and we want to touch up and we're like, where's Lisa? She can't waiting for us. But that's so important, because like you said, we're back there, we're so busy, and I want to show some photos and some videos here in a minute of what that stage makeup looks like when we're on, when the lights are on, and when it's go time. I know you also go around, Lisa, in different cities. You're based in San Antonio, correct?
Correct. Yes, ma'am.
And so you go to different cities now offering classes, makeup classes. You just had one in San Antonio, and you're going to have one here in Houston that's open not only to competitors, but to everyone who wants to come and learn how to apply their makeup correctly. When is that happening?
Right now we have it scheduled for February 18th, and I have 4 spaces left. I do not like to do the class really large because I feel like I want everybody to leave there with knowledge and they want to come and learn how to do their glam for photo shoots or for a show when they're traveling by themselves, or if they want to save a little bit of money and want to hire the makeup artist, but they're knowledgeable with makeup. So I'll put it for February 17th. I'm also looking at a February 25th. But I go city to city, and I empower the ladies to come and learn glam. I provide them, and we sit there for a good 4 hours, and we learn and we have fun, and we just do all kinds of makeup. And they leave there with what I want to make sure they leave there knowing what they came to learn.
And this is so much fun because, ladies, you can make it a girl time, lady time, that you're going to have fun, you're going to learn, and you're going to just be looking amazing. You're going to get out of there with so much stuff, so many tips, just being able to go out there and have a routine, get a routine going, be more knowledgeable when it comes to applying your own makeup, and maybe you can help others, you can help your daughters. But I think this is so empowering because it's not just about applying the makeup. Linda, it's also about how we empower women to feel better, to feel good, to have more self-confidence. And this comes across when you know you look good, when you are doing something for yourself, you're doing something extra, whether it be your hair, your makeup. And now let's talk about hair, Lisa, because this is another thing that when we wake up in the morning, some of us are like, what am I going to do with my hair? What are the things that you get asked about in the morning? Is it just more about what styles, what haircuts, what products? I know when it comes to products, let me tell you a little quick story for one of my competitions. Lisa, I wanted a ponytail, and I know you remember this one. I wanted a ponytail, but I have these baby hairs that doesn't matter what hairspray I use, they always stick out. And I remember asking Lisa, I want something that is not going to let that happen. I see these slick looks. I just want something, whatever it is that you guys use, you know what I'm talking about, to make it sleek, like a ponytail, really slick. And we'll show some photos of what the result was. But she did it. She got it done. And I had the ponytail. Not a single baby hair was standing. And so it was, oh, there's one of the photos right there. But that was just amazing. And I got complimented on the hairstyle by some of the judges and some of the people that went there as well. So how do you, I believe, you know, the products also that you use are so important. Like you were saying, you use professional products on this.
Right. You have to be very knowledgeable on the products that you can use, everyone, because we have to be very versatile. We have a lot of sensitive scalp. There's some ladies that can use all kind of products, but I also have to be very self-conscious of the products that I'm using that are safe for the hair, protecting your hair. Not your hair, because a lot of ladies have the highlights. But for instance, in that look, you're amazing on stage. And I think that morning you told me you wanted a high ponytail, and ended up doing two that connected, and it just lasted you all day. But it still transcended to the overall look that you wanted for your division as well. I mean, it looked great.
Thank you. No, it did, and you do some amazing job for the other athletes. Now, when it comes to other women wanting to contact you, wanting to contact your team, how do they get in touch with you? How can they find you online or social media? Where could they call or text or contact you?
I'm pretty easy to find online. I have bodybuilding competition makeup, but I also have my regular page for special events. So that it intimidates women that I only do bodybuilding competitions, right? My primary job. But they can DM me, or I have my phone number on my profile as well. I'm very easy to find. My phone is my office. Beauty doors open to any woman that needs any type of help or event that they need to attend.
That is great. And you guys, ladies, her whole team is amazing. Now, one quick question, because we have a lot of women who are thinking about bodybuilding, some that are about to do their very first competition. What's something that you would recommend for them to do either the week prior to the competition when it comes to their skin? How to take care of that skin prior to applying that makeup and going on stage?
I highly recommend the ladies. I know that they cut water. Some of the ladies cut water almost not a week start, they start depleting a week out.
Yeah.
They have low carbs, and do not stop hydrating your face, even if it's with the basic moisturizer.
Okay.
Hydrate your face. Give yourself a light exfoliation. Anything that can cause any surface that can cause irritation, do it the week before, because all the little hairs that might grow between a week of waxing, you can always tweeze those, but don't do it the day before. Don't do it the Wednesday of, because you never know what kind of residue is going to be left from waxing.
That's true.
Stay hydrating your face. Hydrate your face, hydrate your neck, and hydrate your eye area.
That is so true about the waxing. I forgot about that one, because you might have a residue, and when it comes to the day off, it might, the makeup might make it even more visible, correct? When it comes like a little wax. Although you guys do a great job of cleaning the face prior to applying any makeup, but the irritation that wax would cause as well, it's another thing to think about. The same thing it comes to tanning, because now we're going into, this woman does it all, you ladies. So now, not only does she do hair and makeup, but her and her husband also do tanning for competition, bodybuilding competition. So now, the tanning show glow service is correct.
Yes, ma'am.
It's another addition to what they already do, and they do a tremendous job. So when it comes to, we're talking about skincare, what about the rest of the body? What should we be doing? Because it's very, very important if you're a first-time competitor, or if you've had problems with your tanning, what you do a couple of days before or the week before, when it comes to applying soap, not applying soap, moisturizers. Tell us about it, Lisa, because I know you send a reminder to your clients, your competitors, the week prior. Hey, don't do these, remember. What are some of the tips that we can learn about that?
I try to give my athletes time to go buy the products that they need. That way they can achieve their tan, the best tan that they can on stage, because the tan will break up if your skin is not exfoliated. Miss our backs. The men have to shave their whole body. Sometimes as women, we don't really do our back sometimes. We don't sometimes except the back of our legs, or like even in our bosom, like in our boob area, I tell the ladies, don't over exfoliate. Some athletes overthink it because they want everything perfect, but It's very important that you lightly exfoliate, and you start a week out, and you can even start a week before. Everybody knows their own skin. I would recommend also shaving or doing your waxing. Make sure you do it a week out. And that way the tan can adhere to your skin better. And even if you sweat on stage, it won't break up. It's not going to break up. But if you do have like extra skin, there's only so much that we can do with makeup. We don't want you to look patchy up there. We don't want, I had one lady one time, she was actually, and she waxed her legs behind her knee, and she had, she underestimated it, and she took off some skin.
Oh, wow. And this was the week of or the day of?
She had done it a week out. But also, you have to keep in mind that our skin is so thin in some areas that it's not going to grow. So once the tan hits it, there's only so much that we can hide. Or if you shave, we can also tell if you scratch yourself with the razor, if you cut yourself with the razor. So it's better to take care of those things 2 weeks out, and also to estimate it into your what you're going to spend on your show. It's totally worth it. It's totally worth having somebody else worry about it and take care of you that's knowledgeable, versus you trying everything and just stress yourself out during the show week.
And that is so important too, because we work so hard. All the athletes work so hard when it comes to the diet, the meal plans, the workouts, everything that goes into bringing that final package on stage. And a lot of the times, the skin, our physique is so important to showcase the best possible way when we're on stage. And if we do not take care of the skin, it affects the overall look when it comes to the tanning. We have seen some athletes that have some greenish looking tan that go on stage. Why does that happen? Because that's something that we're like, man, they have a great physique, but their tanning was not the best. And then they look green, or they have this golden look. And so they stand out, and not in a good way, before the other ones that are showing, with the best tanning, showing everything, every muscle definition. And here they are looking either green or golden. Why and how does that happen?
So keep in mind that
athletes, when they don't get the right tanning.
Right. So keep in mind that when you're doing the bodybuilding, your pH is going to be off. So that's why we recommend very highly for you to invest into a pH wash. You can Google it. I think that's one now. You can also, for women, if it could be a feminine wash. Wash is safe. It's safe enough to use on your skin, but it's just going to balance everything out. That's why we also tell you don't use any fragrance lotion or any fragranced deodorants, because that's what's going to turn your tan green most of the time. It's that or a pH situation in the body. And we have things to neutralize it. We also have athletes that they just accelerate the process of the tan. And sometimes it even turns almost black. And we have to have them rinse. We almost have to have them rinse in between shows. But that's why it's so important to go to somebody that's very knowledgeable and that knows an athlete's body. And that's why these promoters hire certain companies, because they know that they're going to be able to handle whatever comes at them.
Exactly. And I think that's key, because a lot of the time as athletes, hey, let me just get that and do it on my own. And I guess some athletes, they try to do it on their own, or they just don't get the right advice about the tanning. And sadly, that just shows up on stage, or they don't get the tanning. So ladies, athletes, pay attention. Lisa and her team, like I said, they're amazing. I've been with them for my competitions. And when it comes to the tanning, I remember there was one particular time where they had me. It was, I guess the competition was so close that the judges had us pose back and forth like a long time. And there we are posing makes you sweat, and the lights. So all that movement, all the lights, the heat, and my tan stayed on, and I'm like, wow. It makes a big difference, because as an athlete, you want to make sure that you have the right team behind you. And that comes from, your trainers, your coaches, your posing coach, everybody, family members, and your glam team, your glam squad, and the people that do your tanning. So when it comes to getting ready for tanning, I know some people have asked, hey, well, I tan already before going to the show. Do I really need tanning when going on stage? Right?
Yes, you definitely need to tan professionally. Even if you get one coat, we also provide that, because we understand that some people like things a certain way, or they might be also sponsored by a company. So our product is very versatile. The one that we use, we love it. I am very meticulous when it comes to the tan, because I will look at pictures, and especially now with how advanced some of these cameras are on stage. Like, I know the one show,
yes.
The one show that you did, I think there's an amazing videographer right now, and he does, I think, everything in 8K. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but you can see everything. So if like the light hits your calves, and I didn't put enough tan on your calves, all the way like your back, or like the V of your back, I beat myself up about that.
And you can tell. Well, you're so like, this is good that you go back and you look at your athletes, because somebody else will be like, okay, I already tanned them and I'm done, right? But the person that actually cares about improving every single time, even if it's the same athlete, they go back and, like you say, they look at the pictures. What could I have done better? What could I do better next time? Okay, and that aiming to perfection, right? To getting better. It's what makes somebody that's reliable, because they're out there checking, making sure, okay, it's everything checked out, or maybe we missed a little spot here and there. And I think that's so important compared to some other tanners that just take you like a number, and they don't look at those things, because they're just
just put you through there like cattle and hire whoever.
That's very important. What are some of the other success stories that you could tell us about when it comes, or anecdotes about the tanning for your athletes?
I mean, I love doing it. It's an art. I tell everybody it's an art. That's why we've had our same people tanning for us for I think that this is going to be their steps, but we try to educate everybody the same way, even though everybody has a different technique. Very important that that athlete leaves your tent looking 100% and educated, and they feel valued, and they don't feel like a number, like cattle, because we have seen a lot of times and heard stories. And I think that's why also we have a lot of client retention, and people love coming to us because make them feel like a number. And we're very knowledgeable, and there's some people that they just don't want to answer, or they just grab whoever to tan. And It's not just have whoever tan an athlete. I mean, like you said, you worked hard, you pay a lot of money for that
Yes,
tan.
and it's not
Yes,
cheap, and so it's an expensive hobby. But at the same time, all that work, we want to make sure that we go on stage showcasing our best, and that we have the right teams, that we made the right choices choosing our team that's going to make us look our very very best. That package that we work so hard on to make it look, I mean, the absolute best, because that's what makes a difference. A little difference, a little less here and there. That's what makes the winner first place from second place or third place, necessarily that and the posing as well. So
that's what I tell.
when
That's what I
when it
tell
comes
a
and I
lot of the
wanted to
clients.
share these because I wanted to put it out there because we have a lot of ladies that are new to the
Right.
bodybuilding business, or some that have had not so good experiences when it comes to the hair. They don't know, they're looking for the makeup. Is it the same thing? Is it all together? When you are not able to be at a show as the official
Right.
tanner or make hair and makeup person, you they can also get you. They can also get you to their tan and their makeup. How does that
Right.
work? Because they think, some of them, they think they only have to get the official one, but they can still get you. They can still get the hair, the makeup done. They have to set up the appointment. It might be at a different venue. Correct? Explain that to us for those who would like to get your services, are doing a show, but you might not necessarily be the official hair, makeup, and tanner for that show.
For us, again, with a lot of trial and error, we try to respect every vendor that they have. But if I have clients that are just loyal to me and to come, and I have a team that I'm going to go service, that I am not official at, I am very honest with them, and I never spray tan or do makeup official hotel. But I'm very close, and I stay the day. And I plan make sure that I'm there for anything that they are going to need in between, because sometimes other providers will not service the other. I service everyone. Other providers will not service anybody that didn't get their tan with. Heard them getting scolded by other companies, and to me that's just unprofessional. Everybody has their preference, and I think that it's about who you feel comfortable with and who you know is going to achieve your look. But like I said, I respect the promoters. I respect the vendors that also have
It's all about
contracts.
working with everybody else, making sure that we're all communicating, and, like you said, respect each other. So, Lisa, thank you
Right.
for all these amazing content and information and knowledge, wisdom nuggets. We're going to be back after this commercial break with Lisa, who is just a wealth of knowledge when it comes to competition hair, makeup, and tan. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
Cbba Radio, el corazón de Houston.
¿Por qué hacer un podcast con Cbba? Sonido de alta fidelidad, gráficos, creatividad, social media conectada. Te entregamos tu grabación, promoción y publicidad. Creamos contenidos únicos y llamativos. Viste, somos los mejores. Reserva tu espacio y crece con nosotros. 2-81-7-45-43-09.
Vuelve Mujer Cbba 2024. ¿Quiénes serán las nominadas? Las ganadoras. Prepárate para la noche más especial para la madre y la mujer. 9 de mayo, a las 6 de la tarde. Mujer Cbba 2024.
And welcome back, my friends, at Live with Adriana Johnson. Here we are talking everything beauty and glam. And not just beauty and glam also for bodybuilding competition shows. We have our amazing guest, Lisa Bella Ramsey with Bella Glam and Show Glow Competition Services. So, Lisa, how are
Yes.
you again? We were talking about some of the stories that go on when it comes to having now the tanning on stage, correct?
Right.
And so I wanted to remind the ladies that we're having, first of all, before we continue with the tanning, we are having, Lisa is hosting a makeup show, a makeup class here in Houston this month, February. Remind us the details of where and when, Lisa. We'll be putting all the information on all our social media if you ladies want to sign up. Here we have the information available. We got what they're going to have, what you're going to need, what's going to be available for the ladies that come, Lisa. Tell us about that.
They get a makeup bag. They get 3 deluxe size makeup products, and then they also get a full size brush. Now, if they want the makeup included because they don't want to be overwhelmed for everything for the class is a little bit more expensive, but it comes with every single that they will need for a higher price. But they get there and everything, and then we will do the class. It's actually been, every class has been very unique. I ask every lady or every client that comes and what they want to learn, and go through the steps, and we all learn together, because women are very intimidated by beauty. It can be very intimidating to be a woman in the makeup world. You know, they go to Ulta, to Sephora, the cosmetic companies, and the women overwhelmed. There's so many products out there, so they want to know what's right for them and if they're doing it right.
I get intimidated by the color palettes, is that what they're called, with all the different colors. And I had watched in the past some tutorials on YouTube, but let me tell you, there's nothing like somebody else who's knowledgeable explaining it to you. And I've always been sort of afraid, and I know this happens to a lot of ladies, of experimenting with different colors. Now, when it came to this competition, when you said, okay, let me see your suit or your bikini that you're going to wear on stage, and then
Right.
you just kind of design, and it was a colorful colors that I would never wear in my makeup, and you just put the same colors, the tones, and even some of the pinks and yellows, and you made my eyes stand out and somehow match my bikini suit that I was wearing on stage. That was amazing. So tell us about how important it is to be open to experimenting with different color palettes.
So I always tell women, because they heard when they see certain colors and they're like, oh, I'm not going to put that on my eye. Like that's not me. And I understand
That was me.
But the day for show, it has to pop. And like I said, I've seen so many stages. I've seen so many things. I've seen so many looks that have not done well, and some looks that have done great. But I knew that this palette, even though it's a little bit outside of your norm, it was going to be great for you, because you were going to carry it so well, because you pose so well.
Thank you.
And it just transcended well, because like I said, everybody loves smoky, because that's what we're used to. Smoky,
Right.
like, smoky eyes. And I'm like, okay, but sometimes that can look very drab on, doesn't pop. Your eyes just look sad, and if you have big eyes with, and adding a lash or adding just a little pop of color or even of glitter or something, that can be a changer for you. And it just also
they
brings
came
out
to
like
life. I never seen
Right,
my eyes
right.
pop so much. I'm like, I would never wear this pink or this sort of yellow or this golden color. I don't know these colors. I would, or a blue. I think one of my suits had some blue tones one time, and I'm like, I
Right.
will never wear blue. It doesn't look good on me. And then I don't know. And you guys just did it, and he had some blue in it. There goes the suit that I wore, and then you put the lipstick. The eye color was just
You
on
look so good.
point, and it just matched my face, my suit, and I was just blown away at how going out, stepping out of your comfort zone, and just trusting the expert. And when it comes to makeup, I'm telling you, ladies, Lisa is the expert when it comes to beauty. Her team is simply the amazing. So don't be so afraid to experiment with different colors. You might have some aspects of some how would you call it? I would say some facial characteristics that could be accentuated and be brought to life and just make a difference when it comes to your look. I look like a completely different person that I thought I would look on stage, because I will always try to keep it safe with makeup, and a lot of women would try to do that, keep it safe with makeup.
Right.
But even when you go to events, now, I'm more open to trying on different colors, trying to match my outfits a little bit more because of that, because I had that experience with you and your team, that they open up my mind to be a little bit more fearless when it comes to the makeup, when it comes to what colors we play with, right?
Right. And I always
So-
tell
Go ahead.
it comes off. The makeup comes off. So
Right.
it's just makeup. It's not permanent. It's not going to stay on forever. If you don't like it, you can take it off. If you want something, you can. But people need to keep in mind, like with that look, I was so proud of your look. When I saw you on stage and one of your first pictures come out on the NPC page, I think it was, I was like, holy, you looked amazing. But people don't understand that there could be 100 or 300 athletes out there, and there might be 100 women in your division. And for you to stand out, and those judges see body after body, woman after woman, athlete after athlete, and they're just, you know what I mean? For you to stand out, the look has to pop. You cannot go in there just looking average. You have
Right.
to have a whole look on stage. You do.
No, when I sit there, when I was sitting waiting for the makeup, I was looking and observing how you were doing the other girls with different suit colors. They were getting their makeup done, and I'm like, oh, I like that. And so I was learning, because you use so many different techniques in every single athlete. And I was like, this one looks so different from this one, but it looks beautiful, and this one looks beautiful with like a little less on the eyes, but then more here. It worked. If it was me, I would like the same thing for everybody, right? The same big eyes or whatever. But you make it work for each individual so that they look unique. You accentuate their
Right.
unique beauty, their unique characteristics, and that's what makes a woman, an athlete, stand out. Look their very best. And so I think besides making women look better and look good, you and your team are helping women to feel better and feel more confident. So
Right.
I wanted to thank you for that. And also, Lisa, you have something called the competition kit. Tell us a little bit about that.
So competition
some of
kit is
those.
I acquired it from one of my good friends that retired. So we sell everything but the suit. So we specialize in shoes, in competition jewelry, but I've also sold shoes to weddings, believe it or not, now. And we've also sold jewelry to weddings or special events as well. And so what we do is we sell everything that they need for the day of their competition. And we have them in packages as well. We try to make it as affordable as possible through competition kit and have great sales. And we also try to cater to also all the divisions in bodybuilding. So it's
But I
just a
was looking
one-stop
at
shop.
this, Lisa. These are just beautiful because you guys look at this. Can you see it in the camera here? These are some of the beautiful
Those are
earrings.
really
I'm
pretty.
wearing one
Yeah.
of her bracelets as well. If you guys can see it. And these are more than just for competition. These one you guys can
Yes.
use and wear for, like you say, a wedding or a special occasion, right?
Right.
And they're so, like, for each taste. If you want something long, a little bigger, some nice, cute little bracelets, this complements your look. So, and then you might get a little water from competition. That's I got my water here. So
Yeah, this
you
year-
can
this year we're
and
gonna
you
try to do
have
it.
these in a kit. It comes in a box, and you have, or comes, with a little bag. And tell us about that, Lisa, because you put in there some resistance bands. You put some little bling bling. What else is included in that, in the competition
So
kit?
I am a compulsive packer. Like, my husband hates traveling with me sometimes, and I have to have, like, I do not want to be running to the store if I'm in another city. I will go run for an athlete or for a client if I have to. But so with competition kit, when ladies order from me, I give them the Be Easy, that way they can go to the bathroom when they have their tanning on and their suit on. But I love to have everything for them in one stop. That way, they get everything, and they're probably going to need their suit, but we have glue. We have the glaze, the jewelry, and every division also has different jewelry types because there's a lot of companies out there. Like I said, we try to make it affordable, and we try to have, or if somebody's earrings break, we try to have something affordable for them too. and that way they don't have to run anywhere, or earring backs that fall, because every division of the jewelry is different, and every year sometimes the jewelry diminishes because it's not real jewelry. So this year what we're going to do is we're going to add a tote. I'm excited about the tote because ladies,
nice, that to put everything in there. We all, hey, as ladies, we carry everything and we need everything that we carry, so a tote would be amazing.
Thing that we're gonna, right, and then the other thing that you're going to love is that we're going to add a small small jewelry box.
Oh,
we're gonna
nice.
And we're gonna yes, and we're gonna the shakers as well. So we have a few surprises for the ladies. That way they can carry everything together and they don't have to worry about bringing it in a box.
I absolutely love it because you got the essentials, pretty much resistance bands, and you guys can check them out at Competition Kit. You are on Instagram. Where else can they find you on Competition Kit? Facebook. We
have it on Facebook and IG right now, and then a website. And right now we have a great Valentine's sale for 25% off of everything. That way, if ladies are trying to budget everything, they're getting it at a great price, because I know that these shoes get pretty beat up because of how many times y'all pose and all that. Yeah.
No, that is great. Ladies, listen up. So check it out. Valentine's Day special is 25% off, right? And so you guys can go check it out. Get all your essentials for your competition. And those of you who are needing maybe an extra pair of earrings or an extra pair of bracelets, or your bling bling, or anything that's related. You also have robes when it comes to the robes that we have to wear in between going on stage and backstage, correct? You have those available as well.
Right. The waist trainers right now, I have the waist trainers that are they're usually very expensive. Sometimes they come right now I have them all for $30. Like I said, I'm all about, I am a woman too. I like to shop smart. I have a budget. I have a family. I have a home too. So I'm not about,
you gotta make it work somehow.
Yes. So it's just being a woman, Yeah. I'm very, very aware of that. And that's why I think well to all of my clients and my friends that do all of this.
No, I think it's great because it's like one-stop shop. And when it comes to being prepared for that show, what we carry, what we bring, the last thing we want to do is, at one time I had a earring bag fall off, or one earring fell off because the backing fell off. And so I remember going to you in between, because I was pre-judging in the morning, and then the finals had to be later in the afternoon. So I said, oh my God, Lisa, I either need another pair of earrings, or I need a backing. So I think that time you gave me a backing for that earring, because I love those earrings that I had just purchased from you, but I moved my head in a certain way. And it just flew off. And I said, no, I got you. And so I just felt like, oh, well, she's got it. I'm not alone. I got it. I'm still going to go backstage and look great and have my bling on. So there I goes, back on stage. And I'm telling you, I'm in love with these, and the fact that I even bought a robe from you. So check out the essentials. Go to her webpage. We're going to include also a list of essentials, and I think you have that on Competition Kit. Sort of like what things are needed in terms of the robe, the bling. You even have glaze, like a little bottle of glaze, right?
Right.
I saw that on there, and I think I got one, a little bottle of glaze.
Yeah, I think as for athletes, they don't understand, especially for the so many new athletes coming in, and they don't understand that their bodies are going to be weak, that they might need a little bit of glaze. They might need some ladies might want their own glue for sandwiches. It's very important that anybody is into bodybuilding, that they know that a lot of things that they're going to need, and sometimes they're not told that. So that's why I like being available for them.
No, I think that's great. And we're rolling a video right now of that ponytail that I told you that I wanted it really, really like slick. And it just worked. Not a single hair was out of place. I loved it. And it lasted, I think, from prejudging all the way to the finals. So I absolutely love the look, the makeup, and the tan. Is just, everything has to work. It's definitely a balance. And when you have the right team, ladies who are competing, and it's your first time and you want to look your best, check it out. Contact Lisa. And it's so important I wish somebody would have told me a lot of these tips that I didn't know starting out on my first show, but I have learned so much. And when it comes to women like you who like to give back, who like to share. The classes, I think, are huge, Lisa, because you're empowering us women to do it on our own. We can have access to you all the time, and we need to, have a certain routine, skincare, or makeup tricks and tips. Then you're empowering us to do it ourselves as well, and to maybe do the touch-ups if we need to, and to explore and experiment and be a little fearless. So thank you so much, Lisa, for that. I appreciate all the knowledge. And again, you guys,
Thank you.
February is coming up. This mid-February, we're having, or Lisa's having, the makeup class that day. She's going to have tons of things in there available. We're going to have the posing divas out there too for those ladies coming up. And check it out, because I'm definitely in love with the competition kit. We did the Show Glow services. And Lisa, tell us, your husband does the tanning for the guys as well, right?
Yes, he does. Tanning for the guys, and the men love him. The guys love him because he got used to bodybuilding, so he knows all about the process. So we love the athletes that we get to work with, and every year we add more friends, and we get to know the promoters, we get to know coaches, and
Yes.
we get to know a lot of our amateurs go pro. Some years, a lot of my amateurs are pros now, so it's just like it's a whole nother level now. It's a whole nother ball game for the pros now.
You've even tanned and done the hair and the stuff for Olympians, correct?
Yes. We've gone twice at our corporate company that we buy our liquid from, and we've gone and we've had the honor of tanning and helping with tan some of the big Olympians that are on stage, and Olympian champions. It's insane.
I think that's amazing. You guys check it out. Again, Lisa and Scott Ramsey, Bella Glam, Show Glow Services, Competition Kit. What's your phone number, Lisa, before we head out here? Thank you so much again for all of those you tuning in, checking us out live every Monday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. We're going to be sharing a lot more. You can find out and contact Lisa. What's a good number for them to contact you at?
It's area code 210-291-230.
Excellent.
Yep.
Perfect. Well, thank you all so much. Thank you, Lisa, for being in the show with us today. And I look forward to seeing you at the class. I will be there. And if you need to sign up for the class, don't forget, where can they sign up for that class, Lisa?
They can text me, and I can email them, and then we can talk about what package that they want to do. That way I can know how many ladies are coming to the class. But we're going to have a lot of fun. You're going to learn a lot. And sometimes we also end up at Ulta to shop. So you never know what can happen.
There you go. So let's do it. Ladies, remember, Lisa Bella Ramsey here at Bella Glam. We will be here next Monday with more information, more fun topics. Adriana Johnson here at Live with Adriana Johnson. We'll see you next week.
Bye-bye. Thank you.